Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here, and today we're going to be reviewing another episode of The Walking Dead Season 11. This is my review for Season 11, Episode 12, titled The Lucky Ones, and if you have not seen any of the episodes leading up to this one, please be aware that this review will contain some... So, in this episode, we kind of get to see the inner workings of the Commonwealth with Pamela Milton and Lance Hornsby, of course, the fucking douchebag that, fooled Eugene last week. But to start off the episode, we do get some context on the whole Stephanie thing. So Max is the true Stephanie. Stephanie doesn't exist. It's just Max. She's Mercer's sister, of course, as we found out in episode 11. Yeah, the last episode. So she was talking to Eugene, but then Mercer found out that she was trying to reach outside communities with the radio. So then he was forced to just take it down, and then they just started moving in with that fake Stephanie, and she didn't want to say anything because it seemed like Eugene was very happy. Obviously, now he's very depressed. He's extremely distraught. By the end of the episode, he does stop by her place and kind of resolve things with her, even talking about his science fiction novel he was reading, or, sorry, not reading, writing. Good old Eugene. Anyway, yeah, Pamela and Maggie meet in this episode. Things are definitely tense there. Maggie is not having any of what the Commonwealth is offering, honestly. I feel Maggie kind of respects Pamela a little bit as a leader, but I don't think she has any high feelings towards her, regardless of that. Because Maggie doesn't accept the Commonwealth's offer. This whole episode is balancing on the fact that Maggie's decision is going to affect the fate of all the other communities, like Oceanside and Alexandria. They visit Alexandria. Pamela actually knew Deanna, so that was a cool little nod to Deanna. Of course, Deanna was the leader of Alexandria before she brought Rick's group in Season 5. And then Rick took over after her death in Season 6, Episode 8, sorry. So yeah, Pamela knew Deanna. That was a nice little nod to an older character. Very good nod there. We get some stuff with Maggie and Elijah and Lydia and Diane. They are basically our main players for the Hilltop right now. Marco is there as well as Herschel. But nah, Lydia, Elijah, Maggie, and Diane are our main players. But by the end of this episode, Diane leaves, actually. Diane leaves because Maggie turns down the offer for the Commonwealth to kind of be their protection. So, yeah, that's definitely interesting, and it's sad to see Maggie losing her people like that. Yeah, they turn down the offer. Maggie turns down the offer that Pamela gives her, so then her people start leaving, which is sad, because Maggie is a good leader. Diane does say that she respects the hell out of her, though, so at least there is that sense of respect there. You see some more of Daryl and Mercer in this episode. Daryl accompanies Pamela on her tour of the communities. Mercer is there. He kind of makes a notion towards Daryl that, the Commonwealth isn't all perfect, which we found out last week when he was pissed off about where the trooper was moved from in the hospital, and he punched the hole in the wall. Yeah, things are going on there. I've made it pretty clear in these reviews that I don't trust Lance Hornsby. I honestly, I think Pamela's cool. I like Pamela. She definitely seems like she knows what she's doing, at least to some stage, to some level. She knows that all these people are under her care. She mentions it to Maggie. It's a big responsibility, which I understand that completely. That's definitely something to weigh over your head. Like thousands and thousands of people are counting on her, and it's kind of like Maggie is making this decision, and it hurts Pamela, I feel, because Pamela wants these communities to be outlined, because I do feel like she genuinely cares for these people, for all people, at least for most anyway. Lance, on the other hand, he is being one dodgy bastard. Um, he's telling Aaron, there's a walker that gets into Alexandria, and he gets pissed off about that. And he's telling Aaron, he's like, man, you should have known about the walker. You should have known about the breach, all that shit. and Aaron gives him Aaron tells him, he's like, stop acting like you care more about Alexandria than I do. Completely dissed him, and I'm glad about that, because Lance is just, yeah, like I said, one dodgy bastard. And then at the end we get Lance shooting walkers, and you get this one shot where he's like, we're gonna remake the world, and he shoots the walker, and it just shows him with the gun pointed at the audience. It's kind of like, yep, in case you didn't know who the bad guy was, it's Lance. At least that's where I think that's what I think they're doing with him. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure. Another thing to mention about this episode is that we get a very good conversation with Rosita and Eugene. So Rosita stops by this pier where Eugene's at. There's this woman painting Eugene just sitting there alone. I found that funny. probably bad that I laughed at that. But Rosita stops there with Coco, and she talks to Eugene, and he brings up all this stuff. He was like, I remember, lying to you about Washington, D.C., and that is old stuff right there, man. That is season 4 and season 5 stuff right there. That is a crazy callback, and it's wild to think that we've had these characters around for that long. It's been 7 seasons with them now, with Rosita and Eugene. Because remember, they came in with Abraham in season 4 episode 10 at the very end. And yeah, it's crazy to think that they've come this far, and they're at the Commonwealth, but Eugene is kind of regretting coming there, I believe. But he sees Rosita is excited for the future, so he doesn't tell her all about Lance's plot and the whole thing about Stephanie. He just tells her that Stephanie broke up with him, and Rosita consoles him. That was a very nice moment. I really like that, because Rosita is honestly one of my most favorite characters, definitely in my top 10, probably even top 6 or 5. She's just she carries herself well, and I love that about her. But other than that, I'm trying to think of anything else I missed, but I think that's it. Also, we do see Oceanside. One more thing, we do see Oceanside in this episode, but Luke isn't there. We don't see Sydney. We just see Rachel. So I don't know where Dan Fogler's character is. Luke, who came in with Magna, Connie, Yumiko, and Kelly. Where is he at? I guess he was shooting Fantastic Beasts 3 when he was supposed to be on this show, so I don't know, maybe he'll show up towards the end of the season. I have hope about that. Nonetheless, guys, I think that's going to wrap up our review for The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 12. Let me know if you enjoyed it. The episode, of course, let me know your thoughts and your predictions down in the comments below. Take care, and goodbye.